Hello and what's up everyone out there, my name is Silver Short, and as you just saw her fly around, this is Wisp. Now it took me a while and she's flying around again. Anyway, it took me a while to actually collect her parts and build her, but I finally got her fully constructed and she looks amazing, especially when she floats like that. So this is Wisp, the latest Warframe, coming with 150 armor, 200 energy, 100 health, 75 shield, and 1.2 sprint. So she's a little bit frail, I have to admit, compared to some of the other frames, but I haven't played her yet, as I have recently just fully built, constructed her, and as well.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
Yes, I will in just a sec.
If
But
I say, Operator, your chosen Warframe
or there's just
you. Ha ha.
yeah, but Wisp's walking animation is different from other Warframes. You can see she doesn't walk, she floats due to having no legs. Oh, there's a cool little sound effect whenever she dashes. Check it. Woo! I'm going to play around with Wisp for a bit and get an understanding of her abilities before fully giving her an actual build. So I'll be back in just a few to explain her abilities as well as she floats around again. I almost forgot. So she doesn't. I forgot to mention about her polarity. So she comes with a dash polarity, which is, I admit, interesting because of the aura mods I can put in. I can put in enemy radar, energy siphon, shield disruption, corrosive projection. The one I would put for now would be energy siphon, since I don't really know how she works. So anyway, I just want to show you her polarity. So yeah, I'll be back again.
2,000 years later.
So, funny story, I actually recorded this a bit earlier, but my audio stopped working. So, in other words, what you're seeing now is basically a repeat of what I tried to do earlier, and Wisp is dancing around the air again. So, I was going to explain Wisp's abilities, so let's simulate some enemies in, and yeah. So here's how her abilities work. Her first ability is called Reservoir. So what it does is it spawns one of these things in front of her. This, well, how do I call this thing? Let's call this a weird alien flower thing. I honestly don't know what to call it. Don't judge me. But there's 3 different types of reservoirs that Wisp can summon. As you can see, the little things floating around me are called mods. They pop up from the reservoirs and will latch onto nearby allies. So the red one is the Vitality Reservoir, which will increase health and regen by a little bit. This is the Haste Reservoir, which will increase attack speed and movement speed. And this is the Shot Reservoir, which will give you a little mod that will stun at nearby enemies. I'll demonstrate. See? As you can see, it will stun nearby enemies. So it doesn't do that much damage. All it does is basically makes it so that it's easier for you to kill them. But here's the interesting thing. As I slowly waddle over here, someone wanted this, someone another wanted this, someone another one of this. As you can see, I have 6 reservoirs on the field. Now, if I try to place another health one, it eats up the old one, so you can never have more than 6 reservoirs in play. So that's something you should take note of. You can't just put infinite amounts of them, otherwise everything would just go crazy. But you might have noticed these lines as well. Well, what these lines are basically the area of effect, the AoE of these reservoirs. On the top right, you can see 3 different infinite symbols under 3 different effects. If I leave this area, as you can see, now they are on timer. So those effects are the reservoir effects. So by coming in here and standing in the middle of all these reservoirs and their AoE, I get their all effects permanently. So increase attack speed, increase movement speed, more health, some health regen, but I have an invincibility on, so that doesn't really matter. And well, to be honest, you don't really need more than one shock reservoir, but I just put two of them because it looks nice. And yeah, her second ability works like this. It's called Will-O-Wisp, and it will shoot a copy of her in any direction you choose. So it'll travel a while, and oh dear. Anyway, it'll travel a while, and by pressing the same ability again while it's active, you can teleport to where it is. So that's good. Another way you can use it is to hold the button and release. Hold and release. So it's easier that way, or it could be more difficult. I don't know. It's up to you. But it doesn't just let you teleport. If you these enemies aren't exactly aggroed at me, so I'm just gonna kill them off because I can. But normal enemies will think of them as an actual wisp, so they'll try and shoot it down. So it's similar to Loki's decoy in a sense, which makes it really effective in keeping crowds away from certain objectives like defense missions or such. Which, yeah. The third ability is called Breach Surge. So how it works is simple. You cast it and you'll blind enemies. But her blind is special. If you kill an enemy, yeah, as you can see, sometimes actually not kill you. Occasionally, if you damage an enemy, some little things will fly off those enemies and seek out other enemies and blind them as well. So the effects of Breach will last depending on your duration, as you can see on the bottom right. Once there's nothing else, it'll end. But here's something. You see these enemies here? So let's put a reservoir here. Run over here. As you can see, it's highlighted. If I press my third ability, I can activate it and affect these guys from here. So, and as you can see, just by normally casting Breach Surge, I only affected one. Now I didn't affect any at all. But if I go a distance and use it like this, they are all affected. So Breach Surge can be used to target on reservoirs and double the range. So it doesn't exactly double power, it just makes it have a wider AoE, which in my opinion is really helpful in stopping large crowds because it will affect a large number of them. And I ran out of targets. Let's simulate some more. But here's something else. And by something else, I mean I'm gonna just demonstrate her last ability, Soul Gate. Ooh. Oh, I missed something. Oh well. So yeah, what it does is basically open a portal to the sun. And you will fire high amounts of radiation, beams, heat damage as well. And occasionally, well, yeah. I think it's cool with the 3 little mods flying around it. But here's something else. If you press the fire button, you increase the damage output, but you move slower. So, and if you deactivate it, let me show you. If you deactivate it, it'll push Wisp back. So make sure you're not on the edge and then just cast it, because this will happen. I fall. So all in all, that Death Ray is basically really helpful in clearing out enemies as it deals high amounts of damage. It's not a guaranteed kill, however, so do be careful. Don't think it's literally invincible due to the fact it's a beam. It's a little beam to the sun. So yeah, chuck down some reservoirs cause I can. Easy. 6 reservoirs. So for my build, it's not exactly complete. Let's run over here and upgrade. Give it a moment. So this is my build. I have energy siphon. I have power drift, narrow-minded for duration, streamlined for efficiency, overextended for range, transient fortitude for strength. Then we had more duration and energy with prime flow and prime continuity. But yeah, I may take narrow-minded out just cause, well, I may actually have to redo my build quite a bit and experiment a lot with Wisp because I'm still not entirely confident in the build I'm thinking for her. So yeah, it'll take me a while. I'll just chuck down some reservoirs because I can. I don't know what it is. I just enjoy tossing down reservoirs. Yep, we have 6 reservoirs. I don't know what it is, but I just enjoy doing this. Like you can just leave them here and they'll stay there for quite some time actually, permanent if unless I'm wrong. So if I come in here and go out, so it stays. So I guess it's not permanent then because they did disappear when I did go into my arsenal. So I guess it's not permanent, but either way they still last a very long time. And for if I was to bring her to a mission, I would say either defense, interception, or mobile defense, or even a new distortion game mode, because her reservoirs function the best on those game modes. Because if you don't notice, her reservoirs don't move at all, so it's better if they're stationary around a certain objective. So yeah, her second ability would be good at causing a distraction, which will lure them away from objectives that you need to protect. Her third ability is basically crowd control, while her fourth is basically similar to crowd control, except it's basically a death beam. So yeah, she's really good. And yes, I do have some spare parts for her, but only cause I need to show you what it takes to build her. So she has 3 parts just like any other Warframe. There's a neuroptics, there's a chassis, there's a systems. Her neuroptics costs 950 plastids, 2 tellurium, 2200 polymer bundle, and 300 hexanon. So not that expensive. The only expensive parts will be the tellurium if you haven't been collecting any, and the hexanon. Now, Hexanon is a new common resource that you can get on Jupiter, and reason why I say it's rare is because, despite being common, they drop at around you hardly get any at all, cause every time you pick up Hexanon, you only get like around 10 per pickup. So it's gonna take you a while to collect this much, because the other two cost quite a number as well. The chassis, it's quite expensive, probably the most expensive. We have 700 oxium, 2,750 alloy plates, 1 argon crystal, and 500 hexanon. So, in my opinion, the most expensive. If it's not to you, then the systems is 400 hexanon, 950 rubido, 10,000 salvage, and 2 910 extracts. With the end of the night wave, if you have no spare 910, this is a problem for you. So yeah, all I can say is good luck on trying to find some more 910 because.
Are you enjoying the view?
Oh shush. Audience interrupts me at the worst possible moments. Anyway, once you construct all these, they all cost 15k credits at 12 hours. Once fully constructed, you can build Wisp. She costs the 3 pieces you just built and 3 Orokin cells. 25k credits and 3 days to build. Is it worth it? Yes, she is worth it. If I haven't said it before. as for where her parts drop, give me a minute, I'm on the wrong planet. They drop from the new boss, the Ropatalist. So every time you defeat a Ropatalist, you get a chance of getting either her blueprint, her systems, her chassis, and her neuroptics. So out of all of them, the systems I find the most common, her blueprint and chassis in the middle, and her neuroptics the rarest, since I've only got one neuroptics. But it could be different for you guys, so I'm not entirely sure on the drop rate, but all I know is you need to fight this guy quite a lot. And well, it's gonna be very hard for you to get it and defeat it, because you need to at least where is it? Is it this one? Press the secondary gamma core? No. I think it's Neptune. Dragoon, and it says no. Where is it? Quest Patient 0. Meyer, no. Ah, yes. You need to have the Senna junction unlocked. So what it is you need to have completed the War Within. You don't actually have to complete the War Within, but if you want to actually be helpful and do damage to the Ropatalist, you need to have completed it, otherwise you'll just be a sitting duck. So is she worth it? Yes. I've said it multiple times. She is 100% worth it. Overall, I would play her quite a lot as she playfully dances around there. So I hope this helps you. If you did, well, smash that like button. Let me know you enjoy the content I'm making. And, well, if you're new here, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you know every time I upload a video. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.